What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Primal Movement analysis. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of my all-time most inspirational favorite players in the game. When I was a senior in high school and I was trying to be a player, I started looking for other people who I could follow in the footsteps of. And I found this dude named Garrett Zolg. I studied him over and over and over and over again, watched his highlight tapes in pursuit of emulating who I thought was the best at the time. We ended up actually playing him first round CIF, and we got smoked. It was truly a joy. And we're just going to take a look at some of his clips today, and we're going to tie that into the Primal Movement perspective, because what I didn't understand at the time was that there's things about players like this, like Mr. Garrett Zolg, that they have innately that other people do not. So I was trying to emulate him without having this really strong athletic foundation. That's what we're talking about today. So I'm just going to let it play. You can watch it. Pretty crazy sliding set. And you're going to notice he's just everywhere on the court. The way that he's able to almost teleport. He's just bouncing up and down, jump setting everything. In system, out of system, it doesn't matter for this guy. And something that he has, and what a set that is right there. We can take a look at that one. Something that this dude has that is so powerful is this really interesting combination of strength and agility and dynamics. That's kind of what I like to call dynamics. When a player is not just one-dimensional, not just strong, not just fast, this guy has it all. And one of the reasons why it's so important as a setter, especially as a setter, as volleyball in general, but especially as a setter, to really master the walk, the run, the foot, that primal foundation, is it's going to help you make plays like this. Just look at the way that he absolutely slings this ball to the pin. That's full body integration right there. Boom. And the only way that you can have full body integration is if you're really strong through the feet, because if the feet are inactive, well, that's your first point of contact with the ground, and it's going to be hard to connect everything. So you need those feet really strong and connected. Watch this pass. It's coming far off the net. He's going to have to run this ball down. And just want you to try to see how he's never heavy in the heel of the foot. So as he's tracking the ball down, he's always on the balls of the feet. Especially even here, as he jumps off of one foot, he's going to make that spin in midair. And then I just want you to look at this frame. So this right here, this is the primal foundation that I'm talking about. So let me take out the pencil here. I'll show you a little bit more what I mean. So you can see heel pointing this way, heel pointing this way. So his hips, the ability for his hips to internally rotate and get to what we would call like this double corner right here. This is like a really elite position that not a lot of people have. Look at this right foot. This is insane right here. Just take a look at this right foot. So he's going to collect himself. His body's got to imagine if he ran that ball all the way down, super duck-footed, wide, like open hips. It's going to be impossible to catch himself like this. Keep looking at that right foot. As he lands, he's going to open up into that bow. Look at this position right here. God dang. Heel away with that bow. That's craziness right there. Let me slow it down for you one more time. So he's coming from the net. He's coiling side to side. He's on the balls of the feet. He's in the back chain. Just look at the posture in the air, how extended he is, long decompressed spine. Double corner, watch that right foot. And the ability to be in that back chain and open up into this bow right here, that's safety, that's security, that's athleticism right there. That heel maybe going to kiss the ground a little bit, but look how bouncy he is getting back to the net. So when we talk about back chain dominance, we really want to build the body in a way that we can keep our hips way behind the ribs. And we want this to be like a lifestyle thing. If we can be living with our hips behind the ribs rather than like this hitter over here on the left, like super dumped forward, being in the back chain and getting those glutes, getting those hamstrings really connected with the rest of the body, that's going to allow for the dynamics that you see coming out of Garrett Zolg here on the right. Look at the freaking grace, the ease, the balance. And that's coming from the foundation. That's coming from a really strong understanding of the feet and how that connects to the rest of the chain. Getting in the back chain as opposed to letting everything dump forward. And that's why as a passer, as a setter, as a hitter, when you're blocking, having that foundation of back chain dominance, inner ankle bone high. I mean, just look at these feet on the right here. Look at how the feet aren't collapsing. Look at like the straightness of the foot. Look at how that inside ankle. He's playing with his foot kind of on this bias right here. Like it looks like the full foot's down, but his arch is high. And that's why you see the knee in such a nice position. That knee's not going to collapse to the inside either. Same thing on this back foot, inside ankle bone high. There's one more clip that I like to show you. And I think you saw this one already at the beginning of the video, but we'll let it play again. So freaking smooth. One more time. Serve's coming in. So freaking smooth. I cannot tell you how many times, like I would have my friend in practice literally like throwing me balls 2 feet high, and I'm trying to like run and slide on my knees and try and recreate this. And I couldn't. I would just like clatter. I would just like clatter. Is that a word? I would just fall into the ground and it would be super painful. How in the world is he able to make this so smooth? Look at this position right here as he's running to the ball. That spinal mobility right there. Look at that left arm, how back that shoulder is. That's a full-on sprint. If you're a setter, you got to master your run. Ball of the foot, ball of the foot, ball of the foot, ball of the foot. He's going to plant his heel as he slides in here. And just look at how, like, this part of the leg, that right foot as it's coming into the ground. So he's on that outside ankle. He's on that outside shin, like we've talked about before. And that is decompression. That's the power of strength and decompression right there. Because if he's able to get to his outside shin, like these dudes over here, and be able to rest in that position in a really comfortable way, then as Mr. Zolg is sliding in to make this play, then that whole system, that whole lateral side of his leg, it's ready for impact. But imagine, like myself right now, I'm still working on getting these positions back. If you're super tight on the lateral side of the leg, what's going to happen if you try and make this play? You're probably not going to make a great set, and you might hurt yourself because your body wasn't ready to handle it. So another reason why ground rest is so important. I'm not trying to say, if you're a setter, we need you to be making plays like this. That's not really what I'm saying. I'm saying that the foundation of the body is here, like these guys on the left. If we have that foundation, it's not only going to make our walk, our run, every action that we do on the court, jump, land, swing, pass, it's going to make that more efficient. But in an emergency situation, one day you might be able to make this play too. So there it is, Mr. Garrett Zolg, one of my all-time favorite players, and hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of perspective on what is happening with elite natural talent. There's some sauce they got going on. This is the question I ask myself. There's some sauce that's going on that the rest of us, I guess, don't know about. But with primal movement, with decompression, with floor resting, back chain dominance, bows, corners, I'm going to be posting a lot more videos about all this. If you're interested in that, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a sub. I'm here to help you, and I hope you enjoy. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.